In this video, we're going to be talking about the new SM audition that just opened for 2023 and their new program called the SMUNIVERSE program. So in detail, SM monthly audition is something that happened all throughout 2022 as well, but they renewed this and added a few countries or a country as well into the 2023 SM monthly auditions. Of course, more details will be explained later on in the video as well, but the SMUNIVERSE program, what is that? Well, it's an opportunity that teaches you producing, modeling, vocal, rap acting, dancing, all of that. And it's really something new that other companies haven't tried yet because it almost replaces the high school program or high school in itself. So more details to be shared on that as well. For more audition tutorials, make sure to check out my playlist right here. A lot of you guys were asking for 23 auditions for 2023, similar to what I did last year. And don't you worry, it's coming very, very soon on your way. But let's just get started with the video. So I'm sure you guys are already familiar to this, but this one is the SM Audition _official account, which we are on right now. And again, as a reminder, this one is the one for basically all countries. It's pretty much like a global audition place, whereas SM Casting _official is for English natives, specifically kind of for USA's, how you can think of it as. But we're going to go on to SM Audition _official, and this explains the 2023 SM monthly audition. So they have kind of changed a few things, but really it's pretty much the same from 2022. What's different is kind of like the 2022 weekly audition, where in the middle they kind of changed it to Korea. It was kind of blurry, like the lines between if it's global or Korean, but that's a whole different story. And they have yet to upload a post for the 2023 weekly audition, so all we can really do is wait for that. But back to the SM monthly audition. This one is held in 4 different countries: Japan, USA, China, and Vietnam. So these are Zoom auditions, but it says that here, on-site monthly auditions will be held in Japan and Vietnam from February. So I feel like K-pop is kind of making a turn. Maybe it's because there's more Vietnam idols. By that I mean like 2 or 3 more in the K-pop industry, but they're being a little bit more inclusive towards different countries. Obviously, they only have 4. We're going to go on to the USA one, and I know that you guys are going to ask, what is the guidelines for this? Am I allowed to audition if my nationality is American but I wasn't born there and all that? So it says that here, let's just jump to this part, no limitation of gender, age, and nationality. So what does this mean? You are living in USA. That's what makes you qualified to audition for the USA one. Whereas if you want to audition for the Japan one, then you would have to also be living in Japan, because I'm going to assume that it says it doesn't matter what your nationality here is as well. So if you live in USA, then you're good to audition for this. Let's say you are in Canada, then you probably can't audition for it. Zoom has an option where it basically blocks out other countries apart from USA. Like you can kind of like change the options and settings for that. Obviously, you can try it out, but I recommend just auditioning for this if you are from USA. But otherwise, no limitation of gender and age, which I think is amazing because SM has always been known for being a little bit more inclusive when it comes to auditions. So that is great. The date of this audition is the last Saturday of every month, 18 o'clock PST. So this would be 6 p.m. PST, just convert that into your time zone. And then there is a pre-registration period. So this one is the former week, Monday to Sunday of the audition, and this is only 100 applicants each month. So what does this mean? You have to be there ASAP on the Instagram story post, or maybe posts. I don't know what they'll do. I'm going to assume that they're going to be doing a story post. What they really mean by Monday to Sunday is like do it on Monday. Otherwise, it's going to be filled up already. You guys already know these auditions, especially from the big 3 companies, have extreme competition. So you want to be there ASAP. Obviously, I don't know what time they're going to post it on Monday, but it is in a PST time zone, so I don't think it's going to be completely unreasonable. But don't confuse this with the date of the audition, which is the last Saturday of every month. That is way different from the pre-registration, which happens the week before. Okay, so the process is pretty straightforward. First, pre-register through the link on the Instagram story on smcasting_official. So a reminder that this is different again because SM Casting, English natives, this is different, and I'm reading only off of the SM audition one because they've got more slides on each country, and who knows, you might be interested in that. But obviously I'm going to go with the English version, but just know that it's going to be on SM Casting. Okay, so the second step is to check the confirmation email. It'll be individually sent on the last Friday of the month. So they only send this confirmation email to those who are the first 100 applicants of each month, and if you don't get into that 100 applicant thing, then they obviously are not going to send you an email. And then third is proceed with the one-on-one Zoom online audition. And again, this happens on the last Saturday of every month. So that is how it goes. It's pretty much self-explanatory. All you have to do is catch the timing for the pre-registration, which is going to be the most difficult part. So what I recommend is kind of getting a, I don't know, glimpse of it on the first week. So this starts obviously on January. Actually, I don't know what day that is, but it's the last Saturday. So I would get a glimpse of what time they post, and then they're probably going to post at that same time the next month. And then I would follow and do that again. And obviously, if you don't get in the first time, try again, guys. That's what it's for. If you get in the first month, like let's say you get in January, don't be selfish and audition for February. But I mean, who am I to tell you what to do, right? Okay, so now we're going to move on to SMUniverse, which is a completely different thing from this audition, but I still wanted to make a video on it, or a section of a video on it, because a lot of you guys were curious about what this is, how it has to do with auditions, or just SM in itself. So let's begin. We're going to go on to the SMUniverse program application. Okay, so there is an English version. Let's read first. SMUniverse is a 3-year program that replaces the high school curriculum, and this program serves students with a fee. So this starts from January 3rd, the application period that is, and ends on January 19th. And the majors that you can have is producing, vocal, dance, model, and acting. So I guess I will pause here to explain how this connects to auditions. Does this really connect to audition? Not really, but it does have to do with SM and how they're trying to build these students as trainees. At the end of the day, that's what they're trying to get at. If they are interested in you, then, and I mean, if you participated in this program with that fee, it's almost like a paid training program where they kind of train you to become an idol, train you to become a producer, model, actor, actress, whatever that may be. So, how to apply? For the international students, that is, apply through the QR code of this post, which we will be going through later if you are interested in this, and then fill out the application form after logging into Google. No duplicates are allowed, so don't don't sign up for this twice. And the application eligibility is anyone from 9th grade to 11th grade, so that is between 15 to 17 years of age before or as of March 2023. And then students who pass the examination equivalent to a middle school diploma. So you have to have attained a middle school diploma before applying for this. And then a person who has no reason for disqualification from entering or leaving Republic of Korea. So you don't have a criminal record or whatever. Okay, that's just like an extreme. But international students who have attained visas for middle school and high school students. So you have to attain a visa yourself is essentially what they're saying. They're not going to do that for you. And this is kind of where it's differentiating from a trainee, where a trainee, they're kind of like, oh, okay, we'll take care of you. Whereas this, you're kind of on your own and you're paying your way through it is essentially the bad way of explaining it. So how this goes is the document screening, and then the audition, because that is a thing, and then results. And just like an audition, only those who pass the first document screening will be notified of the audition schedule. So this is how it goes. It's kind of a lot, but I think you get the gist of it. We're going to now go on to the application QR code. Yet again, we've got another Google form. I just did it through my phone and then copy and pasted the link, but this kind of just repeats everything I talked about. Oh, it tells you the exact timeline, which I think is really nice. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So how did you learn about this? Social media. I don't know. This doesn't really matter for me. Okay, and then you choose your nationality. Hello? Nationality. The student name, student email, student phone number, include the country code. Student sex on passport or on official documents. Student birthday, student address, and yes, you have to put your full address, your current school name and grade. So you put blah, 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 high school in 11th grade, for example. Previous experience in the entertainment industry. Now, this one is quite important because if you had more experience, this is kind of a good thing because then they're like, okay, so this person has interest already. We know that this person is kind of striving for this goal of, let's say, becoming a model. They know that. Okay, now I'm gonna fake fill this out and then move on. And then they ask you for your career history or current previous agency name. So if you were affiliated with any entertainments before, then this is where you would write it. If you have absolutely nothing, just write that. But let's say you have a career history that has to do with I don't know, with vocals, then write that. Like, let's say you had a job regarding that. Lessons obviously would not be can't talk. Significant enough to include in this. Fill out your Korean visa type. The unedited version with the entire Google form was over 20 or 30 minutes long, so I decided not to include all of that to save your time here today. It's pretty self-explanatory, so if you do have any questions, just feel free to leave them down below. I am curious about your thoughts on this new SM Universe program, because other companies have definitely tried a similar strategy to this where they implemented like a paid program that is similar to a trainee program, but it's different in a way. And I believe this was RBW, but I think it's discontinued now and it wasn't that successful, obviously, as we're not really hearing about it much, but who knows. If an impactful company like SM starts it, there could definitely be followers to this trend as well. So let me know your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, which might be the 23 auditions. I don't know. Okay, bye!